Wide, CRN, the Cable Radio Network.
Do you love music? I mean, really love music? If you do, then you need to contact The Attic, the largest discount mail-order record shop in the nation. Buy from one of the world's largest inventories. If you want it, they've got it. Rock and roll, blues, hip-hop, rhythm and blues, 33s, 45s, and 78s. Hard to find, rare, unusual vocal group recordings, and more. The Attic doesn't specialize. Simply, they have it all, with a changing selection and new records arriving daily. The Attic is located at 513 Grant Avenue, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania 15209, or give them a call at 412-821-8484. Again, that number, 412-821-8484. Ask for Mike or Freddie, and they'll take care of you personally. The Attic, for all the tough-to-find music that you can't live without. They accept all major credit cards, so call The Attic today, 412-821-8484. That's The Attic at 412-821-8484.
Open your eyes and listen. Exclusively on cable TV, CRN, the Cable Radio Network, the radio channel.
Attention all commercial and residential property owners and others who need to improve their lighting. It's Trans-American Lighting at 800-827-9884. Trans-American Lighting, specializing in all kinds of lighting products for all areas of residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and even aircraft. Trans-American Lighting knows it's important for America to see properly. So if you need to light an apartment complex, workstation, factory showroom, or even a bedroom, Trans-American Lighting has the most complete line of lighting products anywhere, even hard to find in specialty products. If it lights up, Trans-American has it. Add to that great prices, fast delivery, most credit cards accepted. What are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and call Trans-American Lighting now at 800-827-9884. Tell them Billy sent you, okay? Trans-American Lighting, 800-827-9884.
Squared Circle to talk on professional wrestling, coming to you live nationwide right here on the Cable Radio Network. The numbers are 1-800-336-2225, and locally in Southern California, it's 818-353-1276. We got two great calls. That is my man, Buffalo Jim from Las Vegas. Gonna be spending some time with him next month, doing some great things out there in Las Vegas, having a good time, hopefully spending the New Year's there. We got somebody on the line that is going to be real intriguing to, and I'm sure he'll have some very good comments on it coming up here. Jeff, you with us? Jeff? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it right here. Jeff Katz from the NWO of wrestling. And see, I'm trying to be real careful.
You almost said it there. I know. I caught you on that.
Jeff Katz is on America Online. And those of you that want to send him an email, just send it to jknwo on AOL.com. That's jknwo AOL.com. And then remember, on Squared Circle, the rule is have pen and paper ready by your side at all times, because you never know when we got information to give out to you, the wrestling fans. So it's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So let's go back to the phones here. Tony and Northridge, step up to the plate. Tony, what's up?
What's up, Shadow?
Hey, go for it.
It's been a while because I haven't had cable, but I got it back, so I'm listening to your show now.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
All right. So, was your birthday on the 11th, December?
Yeah, it was.
That's the same as my birthday.
Hey, is that right?
Last year.
How old are you now?
18.
18, man. You got a long way to go here, brother. I just turned 30, and they say you get wiser when you get older. I don't know about all that. But beautiful thing. Happy birthday, man. What you got for us tonight?
What's going on with Chris Benoit and women? Are they going to go with the NWO?
Yep.
Well, that's a good question. At this point, a lot of the speculation has been on Chris. Maybe, them switching the Dungeon to Do. Maybe it's all just a big trick. I can tell you this much, that the NWO very much, a lot of talks are underway. They want Chris Benoit. We want Chris Benoit very badly. because the guy is just such a smooth talent. He's in my opinion, one of the, if not the best in the world.
Yeah.
Every move he does is so crisp, so powerful, and just so brutal looking that the guy, the biggest thing people, used to knock him on was his interviews, but those interviews have steadily increased, with time. And he did an interview, I think it was last Saturday, on Saturday night, where he was, that video they had with he and Woman, where he did a thing on chess, as as a metaphor for their relationship. That was just fantastic.
Definitely.
He's just become a complete package.
Woman said something about the NWO on that interview talking about. It sounded like, I don't know if she said, but she said something about the NWO on there.
Well, we don't know, what Elizabeth's standing is. Hey, we can always use a valet. That's and woman's one of the nicest, women you'll meet, one of the nicest people in the sport. So I would have it'd be great. Love to see her in the NWO.
Definitely, that'd be nice. Anything else, Tony?
I don't know. I can't think of anything now.
Okay, brother, keep tuning in.
All right.
Take care.
Next week, man.
Peace. Tony, all right. Pete from Canyon Country, step up to the plate, Pete.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
Hey, long time no talk, man.
You got to bear with me, no problem.
Okay.
Got a helicopter flying around my house.
Okay.
I think the NWO is trying to invade. Hey, yeah, it has been a long time since I talked to you. And Mr. Katz, what do you think about Marcus Bagwell in the NWO?
Oh, that was, I'll tell you something, that was a genuine surprise. We knew, I think the heel turn everyone knew was coming. As a matter of fact, it was going to be a lot longer down the line. So it was, when that happened, I was surprised. Once I saw he and Riggs come down, I knew what was going on. I knew what was going to happen. But I was genuinely surprised to see him go NWO. And frankly, part of it, for the politics involved, I don't know if you get any of the insider sheets. I don't know what they've written on it. But there's a lot of politics inside about, for those of you, I'll just say the word. Those of you that are insiders will know. Those of you that are not, don't worry about it. Jobs are a very big concern inside, the organization.
Right.
And, frankly, Marcus may be there simply, along with VK and maybe Norton.
He's that man, huh?
Pardon?
He's that man.
Yeah, essentially. But then again, hey, I never, you never know in this sport. So.
Right.
Yeah. Gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Also, have you heard any word about the, I know you and I were at the Peace Festival this year. Any word on the tapes?
Well, brother, you know what? There's so much politics involved. Like I was saying earlier, the Peace Festival tape is like the hottest commodity right now. And I wish I had a copy because I'd be bootlegging it like crazy. But there's a guy named Bob who had access to the tape, and matter of fact does have a tape and won't give me a copy of it. But Steve Nakata, who was in charge of the whole thing, made a lot of bad moves and bad decisions because he didn't know much about wrestling. Didn't take too much of the Shadow's advice in a lot of things with the Peace Festival. So it's like stuck in limbo for legal reasons.
There's a guy in Pittsburgh who has, I know, just a monster tape catalog that I've seen before.
RF videos?
What's, pardon?
RF videos?
It very likely might be. I don't remember. But he's probably got a bootleg, I would imagine. From what I've seen of this guy, this guy seems to have bootlegs from everywhere. So. Yeah,
he does have someone had a handheld copy of the Peace Festival, and RF Videos has that on their catalog. But far as the whole thing for the entire show with the editing and everything, Bob said the effects and everything came out great, but it's just a matter of marketing it. I did put a call into him and still waiting for the return on that. So as soon as I know, I'll let you know.
Okay. Two more quick things on my 60 seconds.
Okay, good.
First, Mr. Katz, what is that video game for WCW that's coming out? Do you know the name of it?
Yeah, at this point, I believe it's being called... Well, first of all, I think I can announce it. This hasn't been announced even on our website. There will be a game out early this year called WCW versus the World, which is a remake of a Japanese game, but they're throwing in more WCW guys. That's going to be the first game coming out.
Oh, that's cool.
The next one, and that's going to have a lot of Japanese guys. That should be fantastic.
That should be good, like that PlayStation one.
Yeah, I think it's taken off of a Japanese PlayStation game, because believe me, we were all playing it backstage at World War III.
Oh, cool.
The second one, I believe, is going to be mid to end of '97 because of the technology involved. It's going to be called, I believe, Rumble in the Box. It has got some of the smoothest technology you'll ever see in your life. I was talking to Booker T, and he went down and filmed at green screen at Disney MGM. The footage I have seen, the footage that Tom Hunt, who is our interactive head, and some of the guys from the company we're working with that had backstage, is fantastic. And this should be one of the smoothest wrestling games in history. I mean, I used to be really into video games, so I mean, it's my generation, obviously. And the stuff I've seen on the WWF's latest games, where it's like Mortal Kombat and wrestling mixed, this stuff puts it to shame. It really is incredible.
Cool.
Gentlemen, my last thing for tonight, and Mr. Katz, you listen to this one too. Here we go. Happy anniversary, brother. Talk to you next time,
All right,
Peace,
Pete.
brother.
Thanks a lot, guy.
Okay.
Peace. All right, my man Pete from Can't Catch It. Okay, we're going to fill it. Jonathan from Rocky Mountain, Alberta, Canada. Step up to the plate, Jonathan.
Hey, Shadow, Merry Christmas and Happy Anniversary.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
First of all, to Mr. Katz.
What's with the Mr. My dad's Mr. Katz. I'm Jeff. People, come on.
Well, we're giving respect here.
Oh, well, thank
Giving
you.
you some respect.
I'm not even 18 years old. I'm getting Mr. Katz. I'm kind of scared. I think I've got gray hair growing right now.
Well, join the club. First of all, I heard that the Booty Babe, Kimberly, was renegotiating to come back as a broadcasting position.
I don't know. I haven't heard broadcasting. I know that they're, working very. She's been backstage. She was at Vegas. I didn't see her in Norfolk, and I know they're looking for some kind of on-air for her. I wouldn't be shocked that if Dallas, goes to the moves away from the, as they say, dark side of the force, that she wouldn't come back for him. But then again, you never know it. I know that they are working very hard to get her back.
Okay, and when's the Giants title shot going to take place?
Oh, we don't know. That's a good question. A lot of internal squabbling on that within both organizations. I wouldn't be shocked if the shot never happened.
Yeah. Is for Roddy Piper versus Hogan and Stargate, is that a title match as well, or?
Oh, that's also being debated. You'll notice I haven't seen what they've said on television really. A lot of the print stuff's been saying it's for the title. A lot of television stuff is saying it's non-title. It's back and forth and back and forth. Because of the fact they really kind of cornered themselves in on saying, it's going to be, there will be a finish, there will be, no disqualification. So that's where a lot of the inner politics come in. You want to talk about egos with your Peace Festival. This is, Clash of the Titans right now. So this should be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, if it is a title shot, my prediction on that would be that Piper beats Hogan for the title. Giant then gets his shot at Piper, beats Piper for the title. Then Hogan goes to Giant, says, since now you're NWO, you can just give the belt back to me. Giant refuses, and he gets punked out.
Well, wouldn't shock me knowing this business, but at this point, Mike, with Roddy Piper, the question is, with the hip, and the hip really is, that's a legitimate thing, and so that's the big question right there. Is in that match, what can he do in terms of his mobility? And hey, we're going to find out the 29th.
Definitely.
Okay, and Shao, I just want you to confirm this. I heard that the AWF folded up.
Yeah, I put a call in earlier today to try to find out something earlier, but there was no answer. Supposedly
they were all collecting their Social Security.
Right, along with the bushwhackers. Supposedly they were doing some TV taping in Las Vegas this weekend. So
my understanding they were canceled is what I've been told.
That was canceled?
Yeah.
So, brother, it could be. I talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and he said no, but usually when they say no, that means yes.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get an answer later this week, and next week we'll have an answer for you.
Could this be the end of Bob Orton?
It could be, brother.
Okay, and any news on that art studio yet, or?
You know what? I got a meeting on Sunday.
On Sunday.
I got a meeting on Sunday. Jeff, if you've seen this guy Jonathan's work, you would be amazed. This guy's a great talent, and we're trying to work some things out with him to do some covers and stuff, other things like that.
Oh, great.
But I'll talk to you soon, Jonathan, okay?
Okay, and I should have a package in the mail for you of some more stuff and this and that. Probably mailed it this week sometime.
Beautiful.
Okay,
I'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
Peace. Okay, we got... Okay, Jeff, we're going to do this. You still got time?
Yeah, oh, please, come on. I'm a teenager. I can be up all night.
Beautiful. I want to keep you for the whole show. Okay, let's take that break, and we'll be right back.
The Cable Radio Network.
Shadow Line, 1-900-726-0600. That's the Shadow Line, 99 cents per minute. Children under 18, get your parents' permission before calling. Maximum time, 4 minutes. 2 minutes of the Shadow's message, and you can leave the Shadow a message up to 2 minutes. Get solid information on professional wrestling. Solid source of information. Stuff that you can't find on the internet or the sheets. Get the information from the Shadow, 1-900-726-0600. Call the Shadow, get the info.
It's always fun to get to know baby animals.
You never know what they're gonna do. That's why your kids and you too will love watching Bonkers for Babies, exclusively from Time Life Kids.
One of the greatest pleasures in life is watching a child do what it does best, frolic around.
That's why your family will love Bonkers for Babies, specially priced at only $4.99. It's your first Zoo Life video, and it's not available in stores. Every Zoo Life video is packed with lots of animals and lots of fun. And if you order by credit card now, you'll get animal bloopers free.
You're going to see some of the funniest, craziest moments of my travels from around the world. Oh, gosh.
Call now, toll free 1-800-675-2299. Credit card owners receive animal bloopers absolutely free. Call now, 1-800-675-2299. That's 1-800-675-2299.
Dr. Buffalo. He come from California in 1969.
We're checking to talk about professional wrestling. Coming to you live nationwide right here on the Cable Radio Network. 1-800-336-2225, and locally in Southern California, it's 818-353-1276. This is, well, we're a quarter way into the second hour of Squared Circle, and I just want to recap on a couple of things. Questions about Kimono Wanalea. I'll ask Jeff that next. And Hack Meyer. Also, DDP reunited with Kimberly. We want to see that, don't we? Randy Savage, where's he going? U.S. title. Favorites, my thought, DDP, Eddie Guerrero. My take, Eddie Guerrero. This guy's a great talent. And you know, while saying all this, Jeff, on the U.S. title, DDP, Eddie Guerrero, does it look like they're going to be the finalists?
Yeah, that's going to be a pick 'em because the logic goes both ways on that one. That's going to be a tough one to pick.
It could go either way on that one, huh?
I know talking to Eric, and Eric, this is going back quite a few months, has just been so high on Eddie and what he can do. And in fact, one of the most, if you ever seen one of those Q surveys where they'll show a picture of a person and and they'll say, oh, this guy's recognizable, like Michael Jordan's got the highest Q rating in America.
Right.
I think they did one for WCW in some shopping mall in suburban Atlanta, and Eddie Guerrero's Q rating was minuscule, but the people that did recognize him were so passionate about him that inspired the guys in the offices. Maybe we got to do something with this guy because this guy, he's a talent. He's got some fire. He knows what he's doing. Then you've got the other thing with Page, and if he's going head to head with NWO or whatever.
Right.
So there's that's going to be a complete mess. That's going to be one that if when I'm calling the internet play-by-play on that one, I'm going to be absolutely shocked no matter who the winner is.
Right. I'm sure. I mean, that's going to be a classic match on top of all of that.
Absolutely.
DDP, the hottest move in WCW, hottest move in wrestling. Well, I have to say this. Louis Piccoli. You heard of Louis Piccoli?
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy, years ago, I used to work out at Bill and Jesse Hernandez school. And when I started to work out there, I used to watch this guy when he was first learning how to do suplexes and body slams and all that stuff. This guy has one of the hottest. Now, DDP's got a very hot move, but this guy has the Fireman's Buster. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy is one of the hottest talents right now. He has one of the hottest moves. I mean, when you say hot moves right now, you're talking about DDP and Louis Piccoli. Because both of these moves are just real hot, and it's like seeing how they're going to get these moves on is like the intriguing part of both of their matches. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, this is another talent that you got to say. Do you think that this guy's got talent to go far?
It was Spicoli?
Yeah.
Well, I've seen Spicoli when he's been in other promotions, and I saw him on the Mexico pay-per-view a couple years ago. And yeah, I mean, that was when it was the Mexico pay-per-view that started the big bidding war for him, and there was a real movement, I think, in WCW to get him. Then we saw how he was misused in up north.
Right.
And now I believe he's in ECW, as far as I know. And so I would have absolutely no problem. The question is, how do you use him?
Right.
And that's the problem right now is with the talent in WCW. They've never had a roster like this in their life.
Right.
So the interesting thing is to see how it's managed and, who can go where, because you don't want to bring in a guy that is like a Louis Spicoli that's got the size, got the ability, and got the charisma, and then lose him in the middle,
Right.
which has happened, honestly, it's happened to Jeff Jarrett to an extent. Jeff Jarrett had a lot of momentum coming off of his WWF stint, and they lost it.
Absolutely.
Whereas you can say, you look at WWF, and you could say they've definitely lost Pillman's. Vader's momentum was kind of cut, and Miro's has been non-existent.
Right.
So, that's the problem in rosters like this, is finding the niche for the guy. That would be my one concern.
Absolutely. In Vader's sense, I think that what really killed him, because all the mainstream wrestling fans read about Vader and the Ultimate Warrior, those 30-second jobber matches, man, and that, I think that itself killed Vader, because he had so much steam when he first came, and then, I was like, God, he shouldn't have even never left. And it's a different switch of the coin when you talk about Steve Austin. And Jeff Jarrett, the same thing. Guy lost in the shuffle. Guy that's doing good now that he's in WCW. Is there big plans for Jarrett as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can't bring in Jarrett, who has made a name for himself, in another promotion, and then just lose him in the middle. You got to, and it happened. Austin's a different story. Because when we got him, he was coming off of USWA. His exposure wasn't as big.
Right.
And I always say Austin's always been great. The few times that I had met him, he's a great guy. And so I'm happy to see him succeed in WWF. I know he had some severe problems with a lot of the executives in WCW. And with Jarrett, Jarrett's got the skill. The question is now, is he going to be in Sting's army, which they say he might be forming?
Right.
I don't even know, frankly.
Right. Well, that's cool. Okay. Well, we got somebody on the line here that used to work for NWA, WCW, many years. The one with the best right hook in wrestling. I'm talking about Bob Cook. Bob, step up to the plate with Shadoweman and Jeff Katz.
Hey, how you doing? I want to congratulate you on your anniversary.
Well, thank you, sir.
Hopefully you'll be around as long as I've been married. But hopefully you'll be a little happier.
I hope so too. I'll try to start drinking Mountain Dew if things start going bad.
That's a good idea. Well, I wanted to thank Rich in Atlanta while I'm on there for sending the tape, because he didn't leave his number, so I couldn't call him, so I'm telling him now.
Okay.
And I don't know if I want to talk to the other guy you got on the line, because it's kind of hard to talk to somebody that went further in the business in a year than I did in 15. But, I guess that's just the breaks of the business. For any of you aspiring wrestlers that want to get in, don't.
Now, Jeff, let me explain about. Have you ever heard of Bob Cook?
Yeah, some limited exposure, but yeah.
Okay. Well, that's him, and this guy whenever he comes on, he has plenty of things to say that are pretty interesting. What else is happening, Bob?
Well, is it true that Scott Norton might be a part of the NWO?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. Actually, did a decent interview at Nitro, and of course he's been taped with the shirt. So that's what I'm being told. But
it's about time that guy gets a push. Unfortunately, his push should be on the back of an Amtrak train at 100 miles an hour. But I guess you take it where you can get it. Is it? I'm being serious here, though.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that the wrestling fans that watch WCW, would you start throwing in guys just to throw them in, like Scott Norton? The guys that run WCW have been in the business long enough to know what the heck is going on, who's over and who's not. Scott Norton is not over. Michael Wall Street is not over. A lot of the guys that they're going to be bringing in there aren't over, and by bringing them in there, it ain't going to get them over. It's going to bring down the NWO to where people are going to start cheering WCW again. Is that the idea, or is that just some kind of stupid thing I'm looking at?
Frankly, I begin to think it's the idea, because there's a lot of movement and a lot of people that, and I agree with the point that you should keep it exclusive, because it's, the idea was that these guys that, they were outsiders. They were, the big stars. And it's almost a watered-down sort of thing now, I guess. There was a very big concern with that it was going to be watered down. They should keep it kind of limited and exclusive, like it's the trendiest club. But frankly, I would not be shocked if one of the reasons was to, maybe have people cheer WCW, because frankly, in fact, it was apparent at Hog Wild, and it was apparent in Vegas. Those are showcase pay-per-views for us, and to have our guys being booed against what supposedly the quote bad guys, it doesn't look good in terms of merchandising, in terms of advertising, that sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like the only two people that can get the people to cheer for WCW, and I don't really think they're cheering for WCW as much as they're cheering for the people I'm talking about, and that's Flair and Piper. Anybody else comes out, whether it's Jarrett, whether it's Sting, it don't matter. People boo them. They don't really care about them anymore, because they basically killed them off unless they got some major plan, which everybody knows in wrestling is about a week ahead of time with they actually plan things. Right or wrong?
Yeah, I think you're right to an extent. The thing is, it's getting harder and harder to build up stars internally, and that is, that's the interesting part, and that's always been WCW's weak point from when I've watched it as a fan, and to now, was building up those guys and putting them on a new level. And frankly, that's where a lot of concerns coming in, because Sting needed a new look and everything. I thought that has gone well. And, the whole Crow look and whatever. Jarrett, like I said earlier, his momentum's gone. So it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing pans out.
Yeah, well, maybe it will. I don't know if that's true or not. But I was just wondering, does it make any sense to constantly be bringing in new guys with big money payoffs and not getting rid of some of the other guys that aren't drawing any ratings? And the bottom line is, you're bringing in new guys, but if you look at the ratings every week, they're not getting any higher. The pay-per-views aren't, the buy rates aren't getting any better. The attendance ain't going up. It's like throwing good money after bad money. It's like it's like you're spinning your wheels is what you're doing. You're bringing in all these guys. You're not using them right. You're not getting them over anymore with the people, and it just don't make no sense to me.
No, absolutely. You make a good point. There are guys. A decent house cleaning of some of the talent would not be ill-advised. I mean, there's some guys that have been there forever that don't do anything. They wrestle on Worldwide, and that's it. In terms of getting guys over and everything, that's Kevin's area and the Eric's and all those guys. And it's hard because the fans now are just so much smarter, frankly, than they were in the past, at least from my perception.
Right.
That it almost to a point that it hurts the effect. There's sometimes when I like to be surprised. I think like most fans, there's certain times where I want to be surprised, and a lot of people, like especially in Conan, goes into great speeches about this. It's hilarious. He does a little monologue about it. You get fans that during a match, they're too busy screaming out, how smart they are about the workings of the business, instead of just sitting down, shutting up, and enjoying the match. Right. And so I think audience intelligence levels, I'll put it that way, have just increased so much that it makes building up guys harder and harder.
And Shadow, I wanted to ask you something.
Okay, you got 30 seconds, Bob.
All right, don't you get sick of the fans that call up and say, Shadow, what's going to happen with this Roddy Piper Hulk Hogan thing? Shadow, what's going to happen with the Intercontinental title? What's going to happen at WrestleMania? But every single week people call up and then they complain that they know what's going to happen on Raw, so they don't watch it. They know what's going to happen on WCW Saturday Night, so they don't watch it because they already know. So why the heck are they calling up asking you what's going to happen if they're not going to watch it anyways?
I think the thing is that everybody wants to be in the know so that they can say that they know, but they really don't know. And I think it's good, even with the WCW planning, it's good that they let very little information out because of that factor. And I agree with you, Bob. I think that the whole point is, and just like Jeff said about what Conan said, everybody should be trying to enjoy the matches and be surprised. I mean, my biggest surprise, was Piper. Because I was standing there in Las Vegas, and when he came out, I was like, holy smoke, because I didn't even have any kind of clue, and no one called me and said...
Join the club. We were sitting backstage, and we walked into Las Vegas in the morning. We got there in the afternoon and heard the music test and heard the bagpipe music, and we were genuinely surprised. And we thought it was just, music they were testing.
Right.
Because they had just common rock and roll mixed in there. And the next thing we know, bam, we see Piper in the hall. So.
Shadow, do you think this Shotgun Saturday Night is going to be a good idea? What sense does it make to bring in another show when McMahon's got to concentrate more on the show that's not doing good as it is?
I agree with you right there. I think that the thing that McMahon should do is focus on, if he's going to do something with ECW and Paul Heyman, he needs to put all that into Monday Night Raw, because getting your butt kicked for almost 30 weeks in a row is you got to say, hey, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. If he can afford to do a live Saturday night show, and he can afford to do a live Saturday morning show with Livewire, why can't he combine the money he spends there and concentrate on getting Raw's ratings up, or else move it to another night?
That's a good question, Bob.
I got to go anyways, and it's nice talking to you, and I hope this kid goes as far in wrestling as I did, and I mean that honestly.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, Bob. Peace, man. Oh, Jeff, you've got your first taste of Bob Cook. Every once in a while, Bob calls in, and he's got a spiel to throw out. He'll throw it out.
Well, gee, I don't know if I'll be able to get to sleep tonight now.
Well, he's been in the business for a while, and he's bitter about a lot of things that's happening now, and I get bitter sometimes too, because there's a lot of wrong things that are happening, especially with the fans and the respect for the business that they have nowadays. But hey, that's wrestling. All right, let's do that thing again. Let's take that break, and we'll be right back.
TV you don't have to watch. Exclusively on cable TV. CRN, the Cable Radio Network, the radio channel.
Homeowners, what's your style? Contemporary, country classic, traditional? Do you know that your kitchen can reflect your individual style in just 3 to 5 days? Well, it can with cabinet refacing from Century 21 Home Improvements. You'll save on designer cabinet doors, drawer fronts, countertops, and decorator hardware. And right now, special financing is available for a limited time. Call 1-800-235-7400. Call now to schedule your in-home consultation from Century 21 Home Improvements, America's most experienced home improvement company. Call Century 21 Home Improvements to schedule your in-home consultation today. Discover how you can change the overall appearance of your kitchen in no time at all. Call Century 21 Home.
'Tis the season to save money. That's right. Consumer Credit Counseling wants to help you find ways to save money while keeping joy in the holiday season. Have a holiday budget and plan to give those you love a gift that is meaningful, not just expensive. Always shop with a list of names and specific items so you can comparison shop for the best prices. Keep entertaining simple. Have a dessert potluck instead of a fancy dinner for friends and neighbors. The holidays should be a time of warmth, love, and joy for all. This holiday tip segment has been brought to you by Consumer Credit Counseling Service, where their goal is to help you become debt-free. Give them a call at 1-800-388-CCCS. That's 1-800-388-CCCS. 1-800-388-2227. Learn to become debt-free. Call 1-800-388-CCCS today.
He's a legend in town. It's going around, you know. All about the Vegas Buffalo. Vegas Buffalo can heal your car, make it drive near.
Squared Circle to talk on professional wrestling. Coming to you live right here on the Cable Radio Network. Once again, that is my man, Buffalo Jim. He's got a Christmas thing going on, and we'll probably be playing that next week. Usually we do play wrestling bumpers, but Buffalo Jim is such a cool guy. I mean, talking to this guy can tell you stories after story after story. And he's just got a lot of great stuff to tell you about wrestling. He's got a lot of great respect for wrestling. And I tell you, we had him on the show. We're going to have him on again because he's just one of those guys that really has a lot of respect for wrestling. And it's an asset to be a part of professional wrestling. So, Buffalo Jim, if you're out there listening, 2 thumbs up to you, brother. Okay, let's flow. Jeff, here we go again. We got Amon. Am I got it right? Amo in Woodland Hills. Step up to the plate, Amon.
Jeff Katz, I used to be on America Online a while back till I got cut off, and I heard that he had a message board.
Yep.
And I was wondering if you were sarcastic when you said, I know who Shadoweman is, but I don't know what he does, and now I see you on the show.
You know something? Somebody else brought that up and said I had mentioned him, and I've got to look back because I don't remember ever saying anything, frankly. In fact, Shadoweman brought it up when I talked to him the other day, and I have to look because I don't remember, because I know before I talked to one of the listeners, I forgot the gentleman's name, who emails me and set the whole thing up. I was genuinely shocked, so I have to go back and look because I don't remember ever mentioning it because I had no basis to go off of. So.
Oh, because I was wondering how you guys got together.
Yeah, I was a listener from Simi Valley. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I knew it was Simi Valley. That was the one thing I knew.
And he told me about Jeff Katz, and I talked to. He got me in contact with Jeff, and we talked, and whatever. There was no differences or anything like that. Yeah, it was just a question, and hey, he's on, and we're talking about wrestling, and this guy's got a lot of knowledge about wrestling and WCW. So it's like it's a good thing, and it's a beautiful thing that we hooked up.
Yeah. And Jeff, when I watch NWO, I really like it. And but when I didn't like was when they first came out and they had a toothpick in the air with Scott Hall and Sandy Chico, and I thought it was kind of in poor taste. They should have said, yeah, we've been there, we've done that. Let's try something new.
Well, you'll notice if you watch now, Scott's moving slowly but surely. He's moving away from that entire thing.
Yeah.
Partly because, again, like you said, been there, done that. Partly because legal purposes, frankly. And so you'll if you listen to his voice, listen to the inflection and everything, he's really just come almost full circle to where he started from. It's pretty interesting to listen to.
Yeah, and you have to also remember something. He was Razor Ramon for many years.
Yeah, that's got to be tough to lose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I start talking like this every week after week for 2 years, it'd be hard for me to get away from. You know.
And Jeff, do you still do play-by-play on the internet?
Yeah, we're going to be doing it, I know, for Starrcade. I know we've got the okay for that. The main question at this point, so yeah, they're going to be doing kind of an NWO WCW with Mark Madden representing them, myself representing NWO. And then in January for Sold Out, we are working on that. We're not sure what the deal is. We had 8,000 slots opened up for World War III, and it was just incredibly successful. Because there's it's the people that maybe not have the capability to get the pay-per-view. There's a place for it, and they're working out a way for them to make money on it, be it through sponsorships or whatever. And once they clarify that, then it's going to be probably something that's a standby at every pay-per-view. But it's definitely okay for Starrcade.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you.
Keep doing it, brother.
All right,
Peace. Okay, we got Mario from Panorama City. Step up to the plate, Mario.
Hello, Shadow.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm calling to wish you a happy anniversary.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and I'm calling because I know the WWF is listening out there. I'm calling the main issue Bob Holly.
Okay.
What are they doing with this guy? Take off the straps, give him a haircut. This guy's got great potential. He's got a great drop kick, like you said, like you've been saying for the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are they planning to do with him? Did they release him already?
Well, it looks like he's going to be staying around from the last thing I heard.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing.
Heal him. They have to heal him.
I've been saying that for a while. The two people I've been talking about that have been lost in the shuffle, Bob Holly and Al Snow. I hate calling him Leaf Cassidy because it's so stupid.
Well, it didn't help that they first called him Sparky Plug. No guy named Sparky Plug is going to get over. Okay?
Right, exactly. I think he's been more aggressive, and as a heel, you could see the heelish in him every week that you see him wrestle, whenever you do see him wrestle. And it's these two guys, these two have a potential of being powerful heels in the WWF, something that they need.
Yeah, what the WWF also needs is tag teams, like bring in old, guys that were in there before, like team up the Dynamite Kid again, make him the British Bulldog, bring in Bianca with Owen.
What'd you say, Jeff?
I don't think Dynamite, I guess, wrestled one match in Japan. The injuries just came back, so I don't think you're going to see him.
What they need to do is bring I like it when they bring. That's what brings up the ratings. Like when they bring guys from the past.
Well, yeah, in some instances, it's just how you do it right. Just like Superfly Jimmy Snuka. That was
that upset me right there.
That was not the way to bring him back. They should have put him with Rocky Maivia as his protege or something like that.
The problem was people were expecting, it's going to blow the roof off the place. They're expecting Randy Savage. They're expecting Ultimate Warrior.
Right.
And they get Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, that was a roll.
Right, that was
and
the
I gotta say, Raw was good this weekend.
It was a good match with The Undertaker and Mankind. If the WWF was trying to do something, they need to try to do something like that every week, because with guns and all that kind of craziness and gold dust rubbing on people, that doesn't work, and people got tired of it and they got turned off on it.
Yeah,
only so far
to tell you the truth, what I'm really getting tired of is NWO already.
Are you?
I'm getting tired of NWO. It's always the same thing. How are they gonna take over a show? That's getting old already.
We are still figuring out the logistics. I know NWO Nitro is at this point is a go. There was some talk that they might not even do it because the ratings have just been so good regardless. And the general public for the most part hasn't lost interest because the ratings are keeping up. So, frankly, depending on who's playing Monday Night Football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mario.
Yeah. Yes. And who is Kimberly really married to?
She's married to Paige.
She's really married to Paige then?
Yep.
There you go, brother. Gotta flow.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Keep
Shadow.
tuning in. Peace. Okay, we got Andre and Ventura. Step up to the plate, Andre.
Hey, Shadow, long time no talk.
Yeah, brother. How's it going?
It's going good.
That's good.
I only have you on TV tonight because we got a preview of the Disney Channel.
Is that right?
Yeah, but I was wondering, did a guy by the name of Eric call in tonight?
Eric, no.
Because we were going to try to get in to announce that RWF, which
right,
I got about, and the EWF, which is his promotion, has started a working agreement. We're going to try to get together, hopefully January 25th of next year, to start a big wrestling event.
Really?
So I get together and.
I tell you what, you got America Online?
Yeah.
Okay, email me and put your phone number down there, and I'll talk to you because I am working with 2 other promotions to do a local big promotional show next year. Okay?
And I just wanted to thank you because you gave our name out and stuff, and you got this going. So I just wanted to thank you and Jimmy because he's the one who gave you the name. So
Definitely. Hey, my pleasure. Give me that number, and I'll talk to you guys.
okay.
All right?
And I have a few more things.
Okay, real quick.
Once the person who called before said you should bring back old tag teams, I don't think that's going to work. You got to bring them back to new tag teams because that's what we need is new faces. That's what get the rings back up.
Uh-huh.
And I guess that's all.
Okay, brother. You got any WCW, NWO questions?
No, not really.
Okay,
Just when they can get rid of Hulk Hogan. Tired of seeing him.
All right, well, keep doing it in.
Oh, okay.
Take care, brother.
Everyone's a critic. Jimmy and Eric.
Peace.
Bye.
These are some teenagers that have a wrestling thing in Ventura, California, and they've been working their butts off to really try.
We
to
have
do
a couple friends of mine who used to run a backyard little promotion in Michigan. I've gone independent. I guess really good things being said about them. So
Correct.
it's incredible how things snowball.
Yeah, definitely. I got some questions here before we go to the next break. Steve Regal, TV title, the Hibbs match with Benoit. I want to see more of that. Is that in a working somewhere down the line again?
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Well, because frankly, a lot of public felt gypped after what happened on Nitro with those two.
Yeah.
Which frankly was not WCW's fault. That's Turner Broadcasting. That's their policy.
Right. I mean, little
can't-
blood
you know, you
here,
can't-
little blood there. Don't hurt too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see more of that though.
I think so because that's as close as you're going to get to an All Japan, just really stiff style match.
Right.
And Regal is really good. Regal. People say he stalls too much and whatever. When he's on, he is on, and he is. I'll tell you something. He did a lot of work with us for the internet play-by-play, and he's sharp. That guy can talk.
Definitely, this guy's a great talent. Guy's been around for a long time and finally getting his due. Booty Man, what's up with him?
Who knows? Frankly, who knows? 1 minute he's with the Nasty Boys. Who knows? I haven't seen him. Frankly, I didn't see him in Vegas. I didn't see him in Norfolk. So who knows? Maybe I'll see him in Nashville. Who knows?
And Adam Bomb. Is Adam Bomb coming in?
That's being rumored. That was rumored a long time ago. He and Bam Bam Bigelow seem to get rumored every other day. It would alternate. So, people are saying he might come in and might be NWO. He might do Blood Runs Cold.
Right.
Who knows? Guy's good. The question is, how much momentum does he have? Is he still recognizable?
Right.
Good size.
Mhm.
So, he's an agile guy for his size. So, who knows?
That's another guy that kind of got lost. They didn't know what to do with when they had him.
He was on the verge of doing some house dates with Jarrett when Jarrett left.
Wow.
So that really hurt him.
That's a shame. Jason Bigelow.
Mm-hmm.
Disney taping, was he there?
I have no idea. That's a good question. I'd have to check.
Is he related to Bam Bam?
I have no idea. I would have to, I know Bam Bam's being rumored, all the time to come in.
Right.
Probably, I would imagine, maybe just a name, that sort of, like you
Right,
get guys
right.
say, yeah, my name's Bulk Hogan.
Right. How about Horace Boulder?
Horace Boulder did come in for some tapings. I know that much. And I haven't seen him in ages, so I don't know. He's been in Japan. He's been all over the place. So I have, my only exposure to him was in some really bad old television stuff. So
I saw some tapes of this guy, and I think this guy got a lot of potential to really do well.
Well, if he's got his uncle's size, that doesn't hurt.
Right. So hopefully that he'll come in and you guys can do some stuff with him. Beautiful. Okay, we got another break coming up. Last break for the night. We'll be right back.
CRN, the Cable Radio Network.
Shadow Line, 1-900-726-0600. That's the Shadow Line, 99 cents per minute. Children under 18, get your parents' permission before calling. Maximum time, 4 minutes. 2 minutes of the Shadow's message, and you can leave the Shadow a message up to 2 minutes. Get solid information on professional wrestling. Solid source of information. Stuff that you can't find on the internet or the sheets. Get the information from the Shadow, 1-900-726-0600. Call the Shadow, get the info.
What would you do if your son's teacher said he'd probably never read? This is Dr. Greg Cinnamone for the phonics game. That recently happened to one mom who first got angry and then got the phonics game.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's almost as if he could not read one day and then the next day he could. That's how dramatic the change was. I just cannot tell you how wonderful I think the phonics game is.
Children, teens, and adults across the country are eliminating the frustration and shame of poor reading and spelling skills with the phonics game. By playing the phonics game, your child can effortlessly learn the keys to good reading and spelling in as little as 18 hours. These days, simply reading well will put your child in the top 5% of his or her class, and reading well is simple with a powerful learn-as-you-play tool called the phonics game.
Order your phonics game right now at 888-434-READ. That's 888-434-READ. It's guaranteed to work. Get yours now. 888-434-READ.
Squared Circuit of Togo Professional Wrestling coming to you live nationwide on the Cable Radio Network.
I'll let you bang.
Okay, let's flow with it real quickly here. A couple of things I forgot to mention that I'm going to mention now. Xmas Class, Ultimate Lucha Libre, 12/22/96, Sunday at 8 p.m. Free wrestling show. The address is 1828 Oak Street, and that's in Los Angeles. And this is the Christmas Clash, the Ultimate Lucha Libre, on December 22nd. That's a Sunday at 8 p.m. It's a free show, and it's 1828 Oak Street in Los Angeles. The people in this card is Superboy and Captain Oro and Tech 9 versus Enigma, De Oro, and Kayam and Tiger Joe. And Dan Fabio, Jack Stud, and Dingo Lopez versus Piloto. I can't even read this. Piloto and De Plata and Plaloco. Playlock. There's a four-quarter match with Bad Blood, Anarchy, and Guerrera Azteca. The intriguing thing about this is like bands and stuff. I think Bad Blood and the Anarchy are like bands and stuff, and they have like music and they have like wrestling and stuff. This is gonna be pretty wild. Superboy here is pretty good talent. Captain Oro and Tech 9, my man from the Neighborhoods, also great talents. Neighborhoods, a tag team to destined for greatness sometime in the future. Also, those of you cigar smokers out there, along with the Shadoweman, there's a new shop opened in Thousand Oaks, and the address is 3006 Thousand Oaks Boulevard. They just opened today. Went down there and got me a couple of expensive ones, and told on those tonight. It was a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful shop. It's called Village Smoke Shop, and that's in Thousand Oaks, 3006 Thousand Oaks Boulevard. And the number is 805-495-9736. Jeff, are you with us? Jeff, you there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we're going to flow with it with the last few calls. Remember, step up to the plate, 60 seconds, go for it. Justin. What's up, Justin?
Happy birthday, happy anniversary, Shadow.
Thank you, Justin. Go for it.
Last week, a lot of people were calling in saying that they watch Nitro over Raw because Raw is taped most of the time, and that they already know the results. I just want to say to those people out there, you don't have to find out the results to Raw if you want it to be a surprise.
Right.
You can skip over that part on the internet or your newsletters. Don't complain about knowing the results to Raw because you found them out.
There you go.
Other thing, I have a cousin up in Redmond, Washington, and for the past couple of Tuesdays at 8 o'clock on a channel up there, they've been showing a new television show called Wrestling Memories. Last week they showed War Games from 88 and 92.
Wow.
Before, they showed AWA and ECW matches. He says that it looks like this guy's just taking tapes out of his own collection, playing them on television.
Wow.
So I don't know if the WCW would want to do anything about that.
Yeah, that's legality-wise. I know there's a lot of bootleg computer-type games and everything there was some concern on. That's interesting. I mean, is it local access or?
Yeah, it's cable access to the state of
That's an
Washington.
interesting question. I'll have to pose that to some of the, maybe Nick Lambro, some of the legal beagles there at WCW.
He's sending me a couple of videos of it next week. I can pass it on to Shadow.
Okay.
Get it to you.
Beautiful.
Okay, one last thing, Jeff. I talked to my cousin in Redmond tonight. His name's Brandon. And after hearing you on the show tonight, he wanted me to apologize for him for calling you the Jim Powers of wrestling journalists.
The Jim Ooh, ouch.
That's cold.
Because he knew that you weren't such a bad guy.
See, I'm not. I get a bad reputation.
You really do.
Oh, thank you. I tell him I appreciate it, and it's nice that he notices how big my biceps are compared to Jim Powers.
He said you kept emailing him saying, I've never said anything bad about Shadow-Man.
Okay, what else you got there?
That's it tonight, Shadow.
Uh-huh.
Could I stay on and talk to you after the show?
Is it going to be 10 minutes?
That'd be fun.
Okay, hold on.
Thanks.
Okay, we got Frank and Whittier. What's up, Frank?
Hey, Shadow.
Hey,
Congratulations on the 2-year anniversary.
Thanks a lot, brother. Got your card. Appreciate it. Got the tape, too. Going to watch it this weekend.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Pink Floyd, my man. Hey, you're the man. I appreciate that definitely. Pink Floyd is one of my great favorite groups, and I'm going to enjoy that.
I hope you do. Get a cigar and get a glass of wine and just sit back and enjoy.
Will do.
Okay, let's get right to the plate here.
Okay.
How'd the neighborhoods do on their show last week? Craze 1, Tech 9?
I haven't heard yet.
They haven't called in tonight?
No, they haven't, and I'll be talking to them probably this week coming sometime.
Okay, I missed you at the last EWF show. That was a fantastic show with Bill Anderson
and Tim
going against
Patterson. It's just been hard for me to get out there. I'll be coming out there January, though, for sure.
Okay, great. And, I want to ask a couple of things about WWF real quick. What's going to happen with Justin Hawk Bradshaw and his manager?
I don't know, brother, but I hope that they do decide to tag Barry Windham and Justin Hawk together, because that would be the key thing to generate.
They need to get Barry a new pair of pants.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, wash his face.
That too. But I think that would be the thing to help Justin evolve in his wrestling skills, to have him work with Barry Windham for a while.
Okay, and are the Bruise Brothers with WWF?
They supposedly, but we hardly get to see them.
They just wrestle house shows?
Yeah.
Okay. Now on to WCW.
Okay, go for it.
The future of what do you think is going to happen with Benoit Woman and the Kevin Sullivan angle?
Oh, gee, that's like we said earlier. There's a lot of talk about maybe Benoit coming in NWO. There's talk that it might be a swerve against the Horsemen with him going in the Dungeon of Doom. I think a lot of the rumors you see on the internet and everything are that they're taking blood tests and it's going to turn into some just horribly bloody just brawl fest. So it's going to be interesting. I don't really know. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. The next couple weeks will probably tell the story.
They're teasing all kinds of angles with that storyline.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Got to flow, Frank.
Okay, Shadow.
Thanks, brother. Keep tuning in.
All right, Shadow. Talk to you later.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Okay, I lost. Okay. We got Ed in Alexandria, Virginia. Step up to the plate, Ed.
Hey, how's it going, Shadow?
Hey, you got 60 seconds real quick.
Who are the Headbangers?
Headbangers are the Headbangers. They're some tag team that were working the independent circuit, and the WWF are finally trying to use them.
Okay, NWO, pick up Glacier.
Pick up Glacier?
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
Well, it'd be a great pick. They should do the angle on Pro, bring NWO on Pro.
Yeah, it's hard, though, because the Pro stuff's taped so far in advance, and the edit's really tough. It's the whole logistical nightmare.
Okay, and is WWF bringing any new talent, young bloods in soon?
The who? The WWF?
Yeah.
None that I've heard of. There was some junk talk with Jim Ross and that 900 number garbage about bringing in a tag team from Japan, but I doubt it.
And get rid of Flash Funk, Garbage Man, whatever. Get rid of them.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
You don't like the wrestling pimp? What a great idea.
Y'all take on that too, huh? Hey, got a flow, Ed. Well, Ed's already flowing. Yeah, man, I wish we had time to get into that. I really do.
Wrestling pimp. I'm sorry. It's Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch.
Exactly. Daryl in Huntington Beach, step up to the plate. Daryl?
Yeah.
Okay, you got 60 seconds. You already lost 10.
Oh, sorry about that.
Go for it.
Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
And on Superstars, JR, he was talking about bringing in an old WWF champion. Do you know who that might be?
Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, brother.
Wouldn't he be WWF?
Right. Superstar Billy Graham. No, that's not nice.
I heavily doubt that.
That's not nice. Okay, anything else, Daryl?
Yeah, do you have, like, an address I can write to you?
Yeah, brother. Just tune in. I'll give it to you as we go out.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
Keep tuning in.
Bye.
Peace. Okay, where was he? He was on 2. Okay, hold on, Justin, and we're about to wind it down here, Jeff, and I wanted to get a couple of minutes here with you. JKNWOAOL.com. JKNWOAOL.com. Any of you out there that have America Online, go ahead and email
Any
Jeff.
internet, actually.
Oh, any internet.
Yep.
email Jeff, and I guess the doors are open now, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you're probably going to get flooded now, brother.
Hey, listen, I'm already getting flooded. It's, gives me something to do after school every day.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's been a pleasure. It's been exciting.
It's been my pleasure.
It's been a big surprise, too, man. You are so young with so much knowledge in wrestling that is unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
And I take this, what I started out at the beginning of the show, new generation, students, pupils, teachers, you are a breath of fresh air to wrestling, because I've been saying this for a long time, and WWF, I hope they are listening, because they need to take some advice. Get some young kids that have knowledge about wrestling in their office so that they can get as creative as WCW has been recently. But I mean, I'm throwing out the idea for WWF, but you've been doing a lot of great stuff. Anything coming up that we can really look forward to?
Well, the Internet play-by-play, of course, and then the NWO hotline should be starting at the very latest, early January. The number, I don't even have the number on me, frankly. It'll be starting up very soon. Believe me, you'll see advertisements for it.
Okay.
Other than that, let's see. Well, vote for me for president in 2024.
That was a beautiful thing there. Hey, Jeff, and as always, Squared Circle, this is the Talk on Professional Wrestling. Says thank you for giving us, the wrestling fans, the opportunity to talk to you, one of the NWO inside guys of WCW, Jeff Katz. Thank you very much for being on the show. Hold on 1 second here, okay?
All right.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Talk on Professional Wrestling. Don't forget the shadow line is blowing up. And I want to say this. October, 1 week, we had a few calls. This weekend, Shadowline's got some hot information, hot news for you. Haven't been pumping it up last 2 weeks. Going to pump it up tonight. Call tomorrow, because I got some inside stuff on some inside stuff on some inside stuff. If that makes any sense. 1-900-726-0600. And let me tell you, just to remind you, that calling the Shadow Line supports Squared Circle and keeps Squared Circle on the air for you, the 10 million people out there listening to the cable radio network. So, hey, 2 years, going into the third year, we're going to blow up. Don't forget, we got Rey Mysterio Jr., Conan coming up. We got some special guests next week, and next year, we're just going to blow up fatter. And our goal is Ric Flair for 97. Hey, always remember and never forget to tune in if you got the guts.